Leave it to Marvel Legends to keep S.H.I.E.L.D. alive and well. We've got a Captain America 3-pack. What is good, my peeps? It's the Ruckus back at you again with another action figure review. This time we have a 3-pack courtesy of Captain America, Marvel Legends, S.H.I.E.L.D. What's that? For those that don't know, S.H.I.E.L.D., if you've been living under a rock, is formally, both in the comics and in the movies, the secret espionage agency that was once headed by Nick Fury. And as I stated, it is now defunct, and but it remains alive through the miracle of plastic, Marvel Legends style plastic. And we've got a 3-pack here of 3 of the most prominent figures of S.H.I.E.L.D. from days gone by. We've got Dugan, Nick Fury Jr., and Nick Fury Sr. If you look at that additional head sculpt, you could see up there in our on our right, that's left of Junior there, and of course Agent 13 herself, Sharon Carter. This looks to be a very nice 3-pack. As just looking in the packaging, it is loaded, jam-packed with accessories. You know that's what we like, and that's what we get, and we'll see what those accessories are about when we get everything opened up. As far as the packaging is concerned, at the top we've got the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo. On one side we have got Sharon Carter and Nick Fury Jr., and on the other side we have Sharon Carter again and Nick Sr. and Dugan. And we turn to the rear. We have artwork of all 3, and you see there in the center Nick Fury Jr. In the background we've got semi-silhouette style his pop, Nick Fury Sr. And of course on the left and the right, on our left we've got Dugan, on the right we have Sharon Carter. Turning back to the front, getting a good look. Once again, I tell you, these things look great all the time, but they look even better when they're filled with accessories. Don't you guys agree? I don't normally do this, I know, but I figure for you guys, this bears showing. What I mean is, I don't normally show the figures in their clamshells out of the package, and I just get right to the figures being, rotating on the base. But I wanted to show you this because we have 2 trays with this, and when you remove the one, you see what we've got going on there. That's the accessories, the other accessories that come along with this, and you see. I may as well go through them right now. We've got a couple hand weapons for Dum, and we've got a knife down there below. We've got two sets of hands, 2 trigger finger hands for the left and the right, a left grasper, and it looks to be a left pointer. And then for Nick, we've got 3 weapons, and as well as part of those 3 weapons, 2 of them are the same as Dum's. Now we got a 3rd that looks kind of space age and is molded in just some plastic-looking gray. He also comes with a knife, and he also has 2 additional pair of hands. 2 of them, of course, one pair is with trigger fingers, a grasper, and a pointer as well. And then Sharon Carter has a couple of hand weapons. We've seen them before. They're molded in a cheap grayish type of plastic, and she comes with 2 additional pair of hands, the female graspers and the trigger finger hands. And then, of course, putting this clamshell back on, you see that they have Dum and Nick have long-range weapons, and you see that they both come with effects, smoke effects and blast effects. muzzle effects. Nick comes with an additional head sculpt of Nick Fury Sr. Sharon has an additional head sculpt with her hair tied back in a ponytail, and she also has smoke and blast effects. And here we have our three figures out of the tray and on our rotating base. And I have to tell you, we have got winners here all around. Just the initial sighting here. Everything is cool. I can tell you, this is, without a doubt, this is the first time we've gotten a multi-pack from Marvel Legends where all the figures have butterfly joints. First time. And all the figures have pinless joints. This is the first time. Mark this down in history. This is crazy. And they all look good. I had stated before that I had considered getting a couple of these sets just because of the whole Nick Fury factor, but I basically talked myself out of it because I was like, you know, Nick Fury isn't really even an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. anymore. But when you think about it, none of them are, because there is no S.H.I.E.L.D. So that's a way of rationalizing. So I'm probably going to utilize another one. I mean, I've got more coming for my my online toy store anyway, so I'll probably pilfer from myself just to have another set. Anyway, these look good, and let's take a closer look at all three of our S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. We're going to do this in the order that they're in packaging by, so we're starting off with Dum Dum Dugan. Dum Dum has been an ally of Nick Fury Sr. since World War II, and how he's still around is, well, the reason he's still around now is because he's actually an LMD. That stands for Life Model Decoy. They're artificial life forms that have been employed, if you will, by S.H.I.E.L.D. since the 60s. And basically everybody that was down with Nick Fury Sr. in World War II ended up becoming agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And they all managed to stick around some kind of way. But that's a story for another time. We're talking about Dum Dum Dugan today, and we're talking about the figure, which looks great. This is the second time we've gotten a Dum Dum Dugan from Marvel Legends. We had gotten one many years ago in a 2-pack. It was S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hand Ninja, I believe, 2-pack, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was with Hand Ninjas. And we actually got 2 heads. So it was actually Dum Dum Dugan. The packaging did list it as Dum Dum Dugan, and you got an additional head to serve as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent if you wanted to army build. And the iconic characteristic, if you will, or when you think of Dum Dum Dugan, is that right there. The what is that called? A boiler, or something like that with the hat. Anybody who knows about hats can tell me in the comments below if you are down with haberdashery. Let a brother know when it comes to hats. I like hats, but I'm not versed on them, so I'm not even going to try to pretend with you guys. Anyway, looking at this guy, this figure right here, the facial print looks great. Dum Dum is sporting that mustache. He's a redhead, and you can see that the hair is looking very, very nice. There's no wash or anything, but it still looks cool. And the boiler, I'm going to just call it that, is looking very top-notch. There's a black band around it. That's usually what happens with hats. You get a black band that goes around the crown of the helmet. So that's pretty cool. Going down the body, now he's got the harness, as you see there. This gun, unfortunately, is molded in. Looks good, but we cannot remove it. That's just the way how it goes. Fortunately, you saw when I went through the accessories, he does come with a decent amount of weapons, but it still would have been nice if this were removable. As far as the body's concerned, on his left arm, he's got the Shield logo. There's nothing on the right arm. I believe the Shield agents, the troop builders, were both sides, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to look and check that out. Now, as far as the body is concerned, this is a modified Vulcan body. The upper torso is thicker, if you will, bulkier than the typical Vulcan body. As you could see as we go profile here, he's a bigger dude, basically, but he still retains all of the articulation, the butterfly joints, the ab crunch and going back, and the waist swivel. He has all of that. He's got the belt here, and the belt is he's got the patches all around. Crazy amount of patches, and I think there is the barest hint of paint on the buckle there. So that's pretty cool. There's no paint on the buckle for the secondary belt. And then, of course, we've got the holster. And, down there on his right thigh, we've got the boots. The boots are new for this figure. As you see, they've got the wrinkles there for that. So, that's pretty nice when it comes to this. The arms, the hands, you see what we got going on with the gloves. Got some black going on in there. Only on that one side, the right side, if you will. And so Dum Dum Dugan is looking very nice with this modified Vulcan body. And so you get an idea of how nice he looks nowadays. There he is compared to the first iteration of Dum Dum Dugan. This is back in the Toy Biz days, and you can see night and day. You see the similarities in terms of the uniform there and the harness, for the weapon, and just basically the rest. I mean, the basic design of the Shield agent hasn't really changed too much over the years, and it's been totally encompassed in this 3-pack. Next up is Nick Fury Jr. And if you haven't been following comics and you're wondering why he's Junior and Senior, the original Nick Fury is of Caucasian persuasion, well, I invite you to read the miniseries called Battle Scars, and that will tell you everything you need to know about how we got with that, and now we're getting with this. Quite frankly, to keep it a stack, what really happened, what inspired that story, this is totally my perspective. This is not official. I wasn't told this. This is just me trying to add 2 + 2 and coming up with 7. As you all know, as far as the MCU is concerned, when they introduced Nick Fury at the end of Iron Man in 2008, he became the Nick Fury that most knew, simply because they'd go to the movies. And Marvel, for years, they always had a penchant for if a movie of a certain character came out and they had different adaptations, what have you, in the movies, they would find some kind of way, slick or otherwise, to make the comic book version, then known as the 616, to be distinctive, which we can no longer do since the MCU has also been designated as the 616 as of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But they had a penchant for doing that. They even went so far as to, with Nick Fury, they knew that the original Nick Fury was Caucasian, and they had Sam Jackson play Nick Fury in Iron Man, the original Iron Man. But did you guys know that in the Ultimate Universe comic, they've got a universe called the Ultimate Universe. The universe designation escapes me. I do know it's 4 digits though. They actually, when they first showed Nick Fury, they actually had an image of Sam Jackson as Nick Fury in that universe, as an African American, obviously. And so in order for there to be no confusion between the movies and the comics, because Marvel, the comic side, is always thinking that people that see the movies may actually want to start reading the comics, and there'd be too much confusion. So they'll start doing alterations, and that led to Battle Scars. Now you need to go check out Battle Scars to see how we got the Caucasian Nick Fury, and now we ended up with an African American Nick Fury, and he's Junior. Anyway, about Junior, enough of that, because I've already gone in over 3 minutes on this segment talking about Nick and haven't even talked about the figure. We're going to do that now. The head sculpt is awesome. Looking real good. I tell you, that digital print technology is on and cracking. I keep saying it. I know I keep saying it. I'm probably getting on your nerves saying it video after video. But as long as they keep it up, they're going to get their flowers from me. Everything is nice. He's got the patch on the left eye. We've got the scars, battle scars, by the way. So you know that. And by the way, if it helps you, helps to motivate you to get that storyline, it also features Taskmaster. So keep that up. And there's a surprise character that'll be throughout that storyline that will be revealed who he really is in the very last panel of the very last issue. So enough about Battle Scars. So that looks pretty good right there. He's on the Vulcan body, and he's got the harness action going on too. Once again, his weapon is also a part of it, so it's not removable. And then he has, of course, his belt harnesses. That the slightest bit of paint on the buckle is right there, and everything's looking cool. He's got the black on that right gauntlet there. Nothing on the left. He's got the shoulder patch, as you could see. And everything is basically the same as with Dum Dum. And on the back, you got that. Now, I'm going to go over the articulation real quick. We know the articulation of the Vulcan body mold, but for the sake of this, I'm going to do it again. More so to tell you that the reason I didn't do it with Dum Dum is it's a modified Vulcan. He has the exact same articulation, and that even includes the ranges. So you're not going to be messing out on anything. So Nick is his head is on a ball hinge. He can look up that far. He can look down that far. He gets very, very little pivot, not enough to make any difference. Of course, he can rotate. He can get you your T-pose, as you can see there. He has the butterfly joints, so that means he and Dum Dum can rear back that far. Gotta love those butterfly joints, especially if they work. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of if they work, here's how we know how well they work. We see how far he can rear back. How closely can he clasp? Pretty close. That's not bad at all. He's got the he's got the bicep swivel. He's pinless all over and double jointed. So he's got that going on. Swiveling wrist rotation and horizontal hinge. As far as ab crunch is concerned, he can go forward that far. He can go back that far. He's got a waist swivel that's hidden by that belt. He can do the splits that far. He can kick his leg basically 90. Go back just a little bit. He's got the thigh cut. Once again, double jointed pinless knees. Very nice. He also has a boot swivel right there where the calf meets the boot. He can point his toe only that far forward, but that's because this is, as I stated before, this is a newly retooled type of boot for this figure. So they've got, they don't have the skin tight style boots. These are like pull up leathers, and so you have the wrinkles there. Those wrinkles, unfortunately, are preventing the toe from going forward, as you can see there. And the same is said for trying to point it up. You do get your ankle pivot, however, and on both Dum Dum and Nick Jr., holes, peg holes at the bottom of their feet. And I've got Nick Sr.'s head on the body now, so I can do this comparison. And I love this. Remember when we first got Bucky Cap and was able to compare Bucky Cap, the new Bucky Cap, which is on the Vulcan body, with the old Bucky Cap, which is on the Bucky Cap body. Here we can now see the difference between the same character and the same, basically the same outfit. We've got Nick Fury Sr. on the Vulcan Buck, and there is the first Nick Fury, well, it's not the first one by Hasbro, on the Bucky Cap Buck. And definitely night and day, definite improvement getting the Vulcan body, loving it. And I guess, yeah, hopefully Bucky Cap has been fully phased out. It's been over a year now, so Hasbro said they were going to trickle us out, and hopefully we've been trickled out. And for me, saved the best for last. Of course, that's because that was the order that they were packaged in. But still, I said for me, and the reason for me is because Sharon, two things. I can't get over this this face print. I don't know what Hasbro's doing. I don't know what models they're using to get these portraits from, but they finding some fine chicks. I can tell you that right now. This is banging right here, straight banging, and that's just the first part. The other part is it's on the Black Widow body. I'm in love with that body. Pause, the way how that came out. It was my favorite female figure of last year, and it was one of my favorite figures, male or female, for the entire year, 2023. And this buck is being used for, that buck is being used for Sharon here, and I am here for it. The once again, looking at the facial print, beautiful. The eyes, the makeup is on point, lips, everything, the hair, blonde hair. It, I want to say it's got the slightest bit of a wash in it, but I can just be telling myself that. I think it does. The hair is looking tight. The costume, of course, cool. We've got the shoulders exposed. That's paint. As far as you can see that right there. We don't have any paint on the zipper, which is semi-down, because Sharon's trying to be a little sexy with her Agent 13 self. You see that she's in white. A lot of times she was portrayed as wearing white, as opposed to everyone else was wearing the standard blue colors. And then you see her her belt and her holster. She's got some silver paint for the buckle, which is cool, and some silver dabs of silver for the snaps on her pouch. She has a dab of silver on her holster on her right side, and yeah, pretty cool. Go down, then she's blazing the black kicks, and you see what's going on there. They got this black over here to show that her pants flail out around her ankles this way. And yeah, I think that's also pretty good. And this is very nice. I'm going to back this off to show her articulation again. It's the same as the Black Widows, but that was the only time we had that type of articulation. So we will do it again. The reason I'm going to zoom out is because it would be better served to put her other head sculpt on to show the articulation. All right, showing the articulation scheme for this particular body mold, Sharon Carter. Like I said, she's blazing the super articulated female buck as introduced by Natasha Romanoff, aka the Black Widow, last year for Avengers celebration Beyond Earth's Mightiest 60th anniversary. That's what we had gotten, and it was definitely a winner. In terms of the articulation, her head is on a ball hinge, so she can look up that much. She can look down that much. The reason she can only look back not as far as we would like is because of the collar there. It is what it is. Still, that doesn't take away. She's got some tilting. Can we get focused here? There we go. She's got some tilting. And of course, she can 360 it. She can T-pose, beyond T-pose, actually. And she, too, has butterfly joints. Gotta love it. Got to love it. She can rear back that far and clasp, her clasping. Let's see what we got. As I push it close, that's basic right there, but that's better than if she didn't have the butterfly joints, that's for sure. She's got the bicep swivel. She's double jointed and pinless everywhere. So that's cool. Swiveling wrists, and they rotate horizontally. She has a diaphragm that goes forward not all that much, does go back that far, but you see she has an inverted ab crunch. So you do that in conjunction with the forward diaphragm crunch, and you can get that, and you play the role with the hips, you can get her down that far. So that's cool. And like I said, it is inverted. You get your rotation and your side to side at that diaphragm. And as far as the hips are concerned, she can move out that far. She can kick well beyond 90 degrees. And she can go back that much with the hips. She's got the thigh cut, double jointed, pinless knees. And she can point her toe ballerina style that far up. She's got the ankle pivot and holes, peg holes at the bottom of her feet. And if you wanted to get a close-up look of that other head sculpt with the pulled back ponytail hair, looking very nice. And I can definitely confirm with her hair out, because it's more apparent with this style of hair. There is a wash in there. So yeah, and you see it's in a nice bun back there, and this is definitely her business look for sure. And here's a look at our previous offering, Sharon Carter offering, and once again, night and day. Not only do we have an improved female buck and done well, for the most part, I'm thinking, hopefully permanently and fully done with this frail, fragile, gummy-legged, problematic to stand up female body mold, but also the portrait did not do Miss Carter any justice. And here's the Toy Biz iteration of Miss Carter in the standard Shield uniform. And this was also from a 2-pack. I believe it was also with Hand Ninja. I could be wrong, but I don't think I do remember it was in the 2-pack. And let me also say this. The Sharon Carter that we saw next to our current was an improvement over this. Now, how scary is that? Okay, and so to wrap this one up, got them in some various poses there, showing off their different weapons and effects. and different hands. Let me say something about the male hands, the trigger finger hands. They have the vertical hinges on the wrists. As far as Sharon is concerned, her right trigger finger hand has the vertical hinge. Her left is the regular horizontal, just so you guys would know. But as far as this 3-pack as a whole, well, shoot, just look at them right here. This is a very, very nice set. We get a bunch of accessories. We get Vulcan body molds, modified Vulcan body molds, Black Widow super articulated body molds, pinless everything, a crap load of accessories. This is definitely it. We get different head sculpts for Sharon. We get a Nick Fury Senior head sculpt, which may induce you to pick up another set here, and which shouldn't be that bad because you may be able to kit bash the other two figures into other characters if you so chose. I'm sure that'll be possible. I'm going to, as I stated before, I'm going to pilfer from myself when I get in my shipment for my my online store, and I'll get my other Nick Fury body that way. As far as these three are concerned, this is an excellent pickup, and I strongly suggest that if you're on the fence, you may as well just go on and tip over to the side of, yeah, I'm going to get this, because it is banging. Anyway, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Also, like, share, and subscribe, as well as comment, and hit the notification bell while you're down there. That way you'll know when I upload another video. And yeah, only thing I could say is these three figures, these three characters, Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury Jr., Agent 13, Sharon Carter, get it done.